Welcome. For today's deep dive, we're jumping into a really high-stakes diplomatic crisis called the Tavrik Accord.
It's this incredibly tense standoff. You've got the Federation, the Kaldari Union, and the Vethari Combine all staring each other down.
But the fascinating part, the real hook for this whole thing, is that the weapons aren't ships. Not really. The weapon is, identity.
Exactly. And it starts right at the top with a command choice that is, it's pretty shocking. Vice Admiral Sidra MacLaren, who is famous for keeping her work and personal life totally separate.
A total firewall between them.
Right. And she just blurs that line completely. She brings in her husband, Commodore Stephen McCaffrey, who's a law professor, to lead the entire diplomatic response.
Which is the whole point, isn't it? Sidra basically says her last move declaring the Combine an active threat was, quote, too sharp.
It let everyone paint the Federation as the aggressor.
So she needs him. She needs McCaffrey, the level, to find an equilibrium everyone can live with. She's aiming for, and I love this phrase, peace that feels like dignity, not defeat.
She's trading raw power for moral authority. But, the intel she gave him was clearly cleaned up. He gets to the USS Valley Forge, and the situation is way worse than he was told.
How much worse?
Well, for starters, a so-called industrial disturbance that left 14 people dead.
14, wow.
And on top of that, Kaldari reconnaissance flights over the sector have jumped by 34%.
Wait, a 34% increase in a zone this hot? That's not just recon, that's posturing for a fight.
It's essentially shifting to a war footing. And this is where McCaffrey's identity immediately blows up in his face.
Yeah.
Captain McKinney slaps him with a 12-man security detail.
And the reasoning is? What exactly?
It's not for his safety, not in a personal sense. The logic is if Admiral McLaren's husband gets hurt, the Federation has to escalate. No choice. His marriage just became a weapon aimed right back at him.
So his relationship is now a political tripwire, and he must have seen the problem with that right away.
Oh, immediately. Walking into a negotiation flanked by armed guards basically signals we anticipate violence. It kills his neutrality before he even starts.
Yeah, so what does he do?
He pushes back. He negotiates a compromise. The detail stays, but they go in plainclothes, and their job is just perimeter control, not at the table.
Okay, so he keeps the muscle but hides the teeth. Smart.
Very. So he gets down to Meridian Station on the planet, and Director Erickson lays it all out. The colony is fragile. It's totally dependent on orbital support.
And Erickson mentions the families, the children.
Yeah, he says they make the station more stable and more fragile at the same time. It's a very human element.
Yeah.
And the Kaldari are already pushing buttons.
How so?
They detained a Federation geologist, Dr. Halim, for 36 hours. The excuse was some flimsy legal clause about resource mapping. It was just a message.
A message saying, we can touch your people whenever we want.
Precisely. So McCaffrey knows he needs to build his own team. His first pick is Lieutenant Commander Anton Steerforth from Cultural Affairs.
Interesting choice. Not a security guy, not a political officer.
No, because McCaffrey needs someone who gets how the locals tell their own story. He wants to know how Federation actions are going to feel when they land. It's preventative diplomacy.
And he's already planning his endgame, isn't he? He flags that island chain, the lanterns.
Yes, the lanterns. Totally uninhabited. A perfect neutral space for future talks, far away from all the tension around or quotas or shipping schedule.
Just a clean slate.
A clean diplomatic space. But before any of that, he insists on going to the Kaldari Industrial Center. Erickson warns him it's a pressure cooker.
So why go? Why take that risk right now?
Because, as he puts it, he has to know what it costs them to say yes. You can't ask for concessions if you don't understand the pain they cause. He has to see it for himself.
So he goes, even with their restrictions. 2 shuttles, 1 escort.
He goes. He risks it all for that one piece of insight.
So as you listen to this, think about it. This deep dive really shows that sometimes the most powerful political weapon isn't a starship. It's who you are. So here's the question for you. If your own personal relationships are being used as leverage against you, is it even possible to stay objective and do your job? Something to think about.